But the mic is hot, and so is the coffee. Welcome. Come aboard, pull up a chair, bring a cup of your favorite. It's time, once again, for the golden age of DC Comics, 365 days where I take this beloved hardcover coffee table book given to me about 2 decades ago by one of my best friends. This has been surfing my coffee table ever since and has been a constant source of comic book shop style conversation, the kind I wish to recreate today, right now, here with you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Very blessed and grateful that you're here, continuing this conversation. Keep the comments coming. I love that we have this daily conversation about comic books. I love comic books, and if you love comic books as much as I do, you have tuned into the right channel at the right time. You're part of this too. You're the most important ingredient in our recipe here. I mean that. The golden age of DC Comics, 365 days. I'm using this book for its intended purpose. This is a page-a-day book. We're going to open up to today's date, which is October the 27th. We are going to look at some comic book art of an antediluvian age. We're going to read the blurb, and then we're going to talk about comic books. And we're going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. You heard it. We have a playlist. We have been talking about comic books every day all year so far. Seriously, we only got about 2 months left. Indeed, what are we going to do next year? I have ideas. I'd like to hear yours. I take suggestions. And, but yeah, what would you like to see next year for daily content? I mean, I enjoy doing this. This is a labor of love. I mean, it's easy to, it's simultaneously kind of difficult and easy to make content like this. It's difficult to keep track. I mean, you got to make it, you got to produce it, and you got to get it done. And that takes time, effort, and carving out some time in your life. But when it comes to this part of it, this conversation that we're having, I'm blessed, I'm grateful, and this is when the words just pour out of me, and where I know I'm looking at you, you're looking at me, and we're having a wonderful talk about comic books. I love comic books. They're a huge part of my life, and well, let's get to it. The golden age of DC Comics runs between 1938 and 1955. The Silver Age from 1956 until 1970, the Bronze Age. I'm a Bronze Age baby myself, between 1970 and 1985, and the Copper Age begins in 1985. I get these definitions from the glossary of the latest edition of the Overstreet Comic Book Price Guide. Indeed, this is a great resource for any comic books fan. I'm going to be getting one for every year until, I drop. Yeah, I promise. This is good. I also, I'm putting books under your nose. From a noob to a veteran, if you are unfamiliar with these two books, I mean, stop, drop, and giggle. I've got links in the description to their Amazon pages where you can get your own copies. And Understanding Comics, The Invisible Art by Scott McCloud, wonderful crash course in art history. It's about sequential art. It's about the importance of the storytelling modes that just come part and parcel of being a comic books fan. This is great information, and this is an insider's view looking out. How it forms on a page, how to look at that. This is the dynamism of a punch. These are superhero stories. The value of perspective, literal perspective, and we know it when we see a bad image, when we see something that's badly drawn, we understand right away. And this will tell you why, because your eye has been trained to look at pretty decent art, even through these comic books. You know what I mean? So let's get to it. We're going to open up to today's date. It's October the 27th. I hope that you are clobbering your problems and not being clobbered by them over and out. Woohoo! The more and more I open the page and I see this Harry G. Peter artwork from William Moulton Marston's Wonder Woman, I just fall a little bit more in love with Princess Diana. I do. and I mean that nicely. You know what I mean? Not as an obsessive thing, or you're projecting onto Diana, or you're objectifying her, or maybe I am. She's got all these awesome attributes, and on top of it, she's just so feminine. She's just what a Wonder Woman. What a great character, and she's so enduring. And 82 years now, huh? So let's read this. It's a story by William Moulton Marston's, art by Harry G. Peter. Excuse me, sorry about that. This is from Sensation Comics number 22, October of 1943. And we have probably Diana's greatest nemesis, perhaps. This is Cheetah, the Cheetah. And this is one of Wonder Woman's rogues. And there have been different versions of Cheetah all throughout Wonder Woman's publishing history. She's changed identity. Her main character's changed at least 3 times, maybe even 4. But this is the Golden Age Cheetah, and we're going to talk about her for a moment. But let's read the blurb and then, you guessed it, talk about comic books. All right. Sooner or later, every superhero encounters an evil twin. But in this case, it's the villain who has acquired a dangerous double. The strangler is spotted in the strangler in the spotted suit isn't really Wonder Woman's enemy, the Cheetah. Instead, she's an interloper attempting to silence the competition. It's Cheetah versus Cheetah. Until, in a denouement aboard a stolen submarine, Wonder Woman straightens out everything with a little bit of dance therapy. That's why Wonder Woman's an exciting comic book. It was subversive. It was a genuine, multi-leveled story. And but yeah, let's look at this art again. You can see that Diana has bust through the door. Okay, the door. You see that behind her, and so the blonde lady there, that is Priscilla Rich. That is the Golden Age Cheetah. We're gonna talk about her right now. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna read from the wiki. Oh, ATST. Read the wiki. Fuck off. I love. No, don't take it the wrong way. This is a when I say wiki like that is my genuine Rich Evans homage. I just love Rich Evans. I love Red Letter Media. I love them. Go subscribe. You would be better off for it. We all are. We're better off for Red Letter Media in our lives. Okay, there have been 4 different incarnations of the Cheetah since the character's debut. Priscilla Rich, who is the Golden and Silver Age Cheetah. We have Deborah Domain, who is the Bronze Age Cheetah. And then Dr. Barbara Ann Minerva, the post-crisis and current Cheetah. There was a Sebastian Ballesteros, a male usurper who briefly assumed the role in 2001. In 2009, the Cheetah was ranked as IGN's 69th greatest comic book villain of all time. Indeed, and she was. If you saw Wonder Woman 1984 that came out a couple of years ago with Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, what an amazing job she does. I missed that movie. But I saw Black Adam. That was fun. But Kristen Wiig played Dr. Barbara Ann Minerva as her version of the Cheetah, and the Cheetah. And Priscilla Rich first appeared in Wonder Woman number 6, and that's in autumn of 1943, and in Sensation Comics number 22 of October of 1943. So first date of appearance was October 1943. The first woman to become the Cheetah is Priscilla Rich, a 1940s era blonde Washington, D.C. debutante of aristocratic upbringing, who also has an overwhelmingly inferiority complex and suffers from a split personality. Yeah, just remember, this is written by Dr. Moulton Marston, and he was a psychiatrist, and this is where Wonder Woman has it's deeply leveled. I mean, it has levels. There's things to unpack in an issue of Wonder Woman that you wouldn't get like over at Superman or Batman or All Star. You know, there was just something very wonderfully subversive when that was, you know, when it done right, you get something such as Wonder Woman, the Golden Age Wonder Woman. And so she suffers from an inferiority complex and a split personality after being eclipsed by Wonder Woman at a charity event and failing to kill her during an escapology act. Priscilla retreats to her room and collapses before the mirror and sees a person dressed as a cheetah. And that's her split personality. And she's like, "Don't you know me? I am the real you." I also knew the cheetah as from the Super Friends cartoon. Yeah, the Super Friends cartoon. She appeared in the Challenge of the Super Friends, and that was like the 1978 version with the Legion of Doom, Lex Luthor, and everyone. You know, every superhero had their rogue, and the rogues had all teamed up as the Legion of Doom. So, yeah, Cheetah. I remember Cheetah went back in time and beat Wonder Woman at the you know, there was the big contest to become Wonder Woman, and so Cheetah beats Diana and therefore becomes Wonder Woman. And just remember that it's very vividly. And it was about time travel, and then like she erased Wonder Woman in the present, and then they had to go back in time again to prevent Cheetah from doing that. And then you have timelines, and then you have, you know, it was a little simpler back then. We didn't worry about, you know, any multiverse or divergent timelines, or the impossibility of this and that, or if and then. But yeah, it was a simpler time. It was time travel, and that was that. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. We've been talking about comic books, and we're going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. So tune in tomorrow, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern, and we'll find out who we're talking about when we turn the page tomorrow. Please like and subscribe. I would love to earn your subscription. We make daily content here, and we make regular content, and we try to keep it fun. And thank you so much. Hopefully I can earn your subscription. Yeah, God bless. Namaste. Good luck. And we will see you again tomorrow in those funny pages. Bye-bye.